Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. All right, you have found yourself a sturdy and comfortable seated position. And your eyes can be either closed or open. If they are open, your gaze is directed softly, yet clearly, downwards. And take a few moments as we begin to become acclimated with the rhythm of your breath. Noticing the gentle in and out movement of breathing. Notice how each breath, as it comes in, is slightly different than the next breath. In and out. And if you have any plans to get somewhere with practice today, or to try to understand something new or gain something, please just let that go. Watch the breath in and out. And when you notice that you're lost in thought, thinking about your plans, your worries, your troubles, or whatever, gently return to the breath. Now, notice how it feels that you somehow are above your breath. And in order to notice the breath, you are looking down at it, pointing attention towards it from a place up above. Some place behind the eyes. But see if you can just move this center, this so-called center of awareness, to the breath itself. In other words, allow the breath to notice itself, from itself, and as itself, not from a separate place in the head. And don't worry if you don't really understand how you do this. Don't think about it logistically. Don't think about if it's even possible. Simply leave the place from the center of your head and move it down to the breath, where the view is no longer looking down at the breath, but rather noticing the breath from the breath. In and out. And when you're noticing yourself thinking, just come back as the breath. In and out. Now, from the breath, there is awareness of the breath, right? Now, get out of the way and allow this awareness to kind of expand all by itself. Let it not only take up the breath, but take up the chest, your shoulders and neck, from the top of your head all the way to the bottom of your feet, all knowing, completely silent. This isn't something you do. We rather notice awareness where it already is. Let it grow. Now, does this aware experience have any edges? Does it have any shape or color? Does it have any opinions or problems? And is it even an object? Are you aware of awareness from another place? Or are you awareness itself? Are you aware of awareness? Or are you awake awareness itself? And again, does this awareness have a name, a history, a political affiliation, a gender? You leave thinking alone and remain with that or as that which notices thoughts. And you can completely rest as that, not resting with awareness, resting as awareness itself. right, you can look at the screen. It's interesting how we center our sense of self in the head. For most of us, and of course, right now, it feels like we're behind our eyes somewhere, in between our ears and looking out. And then this body is kind of below us, you know. And we feel that when we're directing our attention, our awareness, it's from somewhere up here. We're like shooting it out like a spotlight, you know, down to the breath, down to over there. And that's because really all of our senses are kind of right here, aren't they? You got hearing, smell, taste, sight, thinking. We got body sensations down there, but it's like it feels we're up here more. And then you learn in anatomy, your brain's here. And so we go like, this is me. You can cut off my arm and I'm still me, but you can't cut off my head and I'm still me. So we feel to be here. And what I was trying to show you with this practice is that this knowingness, you can call it awareness, you can call it a conscious experience, you can call it just being awake, isn't centered in the head. This feeling of centeredness in the head is produced by thinking. It's not itself real. It's also where we put our little sense of self. I, this me, it's over here. And a lot of meditation practices around the world actually bring this sense downwards into the body. They bring it away because awareness from our first person point of view, I'm not making a claim about reality itself, okay? This is not a scientific thing. But from your perspective, from your first person point of view, there's awareness in your legs, in your right here. There's no place from which awareness is cut off from your experience. I'm not saying consciousness is flowing out everywhere in the universe. That's not what I'm saying. That's a claim about objective reality. I'm talking about from your just first person perspective. The corner of the room is also aware because this brain is creating the experience you're having right now. So that created reality is aware. And it's a relief because it's not centered in this little person that we think we are in the head, this little controller of of the body. Now, I know these practices can be confusing because it's not, seems weird. It goes against our thinking. It goes against what we believe. And honestly, I'm not saying, again, that is the way things are. It's not. There's nothing about meditation that can tell you anything about reality outside your mind. Because you're always in your mind. There's only the mind. So, seeing that, you can be equally as centered in the breath, equally as centered in your toe if you really do that. And when you kind of like stop trying to manipulate it and just let it happen, you can notice that awareness is actually, oh, wait, my whole body's aware. And does it end at my skin? Is there an edge? This awareness isn't a person, it isn't an individual, it's not a name, it doesn't have opinions. It's not, this is good, this is bad, I'm happy, I'm sad. There's no that. It's just a knowing. Before you talk about what you're seeing right now or think about what you're seeing on the screen, there's sight. You see it. There's a silent witness of sight. Then we say, "Oh, I see. I'm watching a video," which is thinking. But before that, boom. When you get slapped in the face, You feel that first. There's a experience. Pah! Then we go, oh, somebody slapped me in the face. How dare they? But before our thoughts arise, there's just an aware knowing, a silent, open awareness. That. And these words are too much. Silent awareness, and knowing, openness, these are just words. It's not even that, that's also thinking. So there's something, not even a thing, that is knowing before we talk about it, before thoughts arise to try to put it together. There's just, and once we return to that and rest as that, because that is you. The little you of, and I shouldn't say little you because it's like not a separate thing, but the you of having a name and a life and a thing going around and your whole personality and everything, that is thinking. That is a story we construct. That is a story constructed. And everyone else agrees on it. That's Johnny. You're not Johnny. That's Johnny. I'm Nathan. You're not Nathan. I'm Nathan. And I'm this kind of person, and I'm that. It's a game. It's a play. And funny enough, the word person means mask. So why this is important is because when we return to what we are, there's no problems of the world. And a return to what we are is already accomplished by leaving thinking alone. As the Tao Te Ching says, stop thinking and end your problems. There was no you to have problems anyway. There's just a silent knowing, an awareness that is awake and present before you think about it, before you talk about it, before you discuss it and try to contemplate it. A return or realize that you're already, it's not even you, it's just awareness. And completely rest. Let everything else take its course. That is freedom. Thank you for your time. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.